Welcome back, nerds and nerdlings.
We're back.
Only first stage nerds and fully grown nerds. No intermediary nerd forms allowed.
Over here.
Oh, wait. Slow down. Ugh. How much stamina is this girl packing? We've been running since we left the lab, but she's not even a little out of breath.
Oh, come on. Grow some muscle.
I'm more of the thinking type. A mad scientist doesn't need to be ripped.
But imagine if a mad scientist was ripped. Like a muscle scientist.
Calling people that work out muscle scientists. Yeah, I just went down to the muscle lab for a bit. Daru would already be dead if he was in my position.
Get it together. You're the only person I can turn to right now, Okabe Rintaro.
Who's that? Suzuka finally stops running and lets go of my hand. Any ordinary man would probably be delighted to hear those words, but I am not so easily won over. And to be honest, I am too tired to care. I have no idea where you intend to take me, but I need a little break.
Don't give up now. We're almost there.
Are you telling me your evidence is somewhere around here? This is the front of Akihabara Station. What kind of proof could she possibly have here?
Yeah, it's super close. Right over there.
Suzuka points her finger straight ahead. She's pointing at... Wait, it's not there. Was it there at the... Hey, we get this background again! Finally. Not only did I get my break, but I'm being forced to climb stairs. Stairs? Not stairs!
Come on, you can do it. We're almost there. We don't have to find another way up.
Really? Apparently. I've still got a ways to go. But up ahead is...
right here.
This must mean this is closer to the world line at the very beginning of Steins Gate, where she successfully parks it on the roof rather than crashes it into the building. This is... I've seen this view before. That's right. It was the day I first met Kursu. I saw the same thing right here. Kursu would then be stabbed shortly after. Or at least that's what I thought. As luck would have it, she was still alive and kicking. In that world line, this strange artificial satellite had been smashed into the side of the building. But this is odd. My D-mail should have erased it from existence. And yet here it is. Why is Suzuka showing this to me? I guess the answer is obvious. She wants to use it to prove that she's from the future. And if that's the case, don't tell me. Is this actually a time machine?
Bingo. Good guess. And now you've seen too much to just walk away. I need your help, Uncle Ocarine.
Did she just call me Uncle? Wait a second. Who are you calling Uncle? We're basically the same age.
Oh, good point. In 2010, we'd be about the same age. But to me, you've always been Uncle Ocarine.
She said she's from the year 2036. It's about 26 years from now. If she came from that far into the future and she's calling me Uncle, then she... All right, out with it. Do you know all of us in the future?
Yep, I know all of you. My real name's Hashida Suzuka, after all.
Hashida Suzuka. Wait. Do you see what's wrong here?
She doesn't know that. In
the main game Steins Gate, she goes by Amani Suzuka.
Yeah.
She doesn't know her name is Hashida, which is why she can't immediately identify that Daru is her father, because Daru also dies pretty early in that world line. But the fact that she's going by Hashida here, that means that the future she's from is very different.
And yet she still chose to go by Amane Suzuka publicly.
True.
Weird, huh?
I wonder if this is just meant to be that she's figured it out now and is reclaiming that as her name rather than...
I don't know.
Hashida. Whoa. Hold the phone. Don't tell me you're Daru's.
Yep, Hashida Itaru is my father and Uncle Okarin's right-hand man. Well, that's about the long and short of it. Do you believe me now?
Is yes but no an option? After listening to Suzuha's explanation, I could barely make weird noises, never mind nod my head. In other words, time machines have been invented by the year 2036, but only a select few people know about them?
That's right.
Then why, if so few know about them, are you, of all people, using a time machine?
Well, let's just say I have some connections here and there.
She also didn't describe the future as a dystopia this time around.
Yeah.
Which might mean that Daru is actually alive in the future.
Maybe.
And that, yeah. What baloney. No matter how many connections she has, nobody would let a young woman like her use a time machine.
I'm sorry. I'd love to go into the details, but that'd be a really bad idea.
Why? You don't like trying to create a time paradox? You want to see if it kills us?
Not really.
But I could just time leap back and let you know what happened. Don't worry about it. Just try it.
No.
Okay, quick. Tell me what happens in the future? Like, just a random fact. Tell me.
You've got to be more specific.
Do they still have spaghetti?
Yeah.
Oh. No time paradox. Let's keep trying again. How about broad noodles? Like in a pad CU.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Did you feel the time paradox hit yet?
No.
Okay, we're gonna have to try something else. Do you know any other kinds of noodle?
No, just those two.
Okay. Oh no. I bet if everything you've said so far is true, this already feels like a worst case scenario.
You're not wrong.
She agrees, but she wears a thoughtless smile on her face. It's not even clear if she realizes what she's done or not. Is it possible for me to get a closer look at your time machine, or is that a no-no?
I'm sorry, you can't. It's forbidden for us to share our technology with those from the past.
Okay, that makes plenty of sense. Though I suppose what I think doesn't really matter. I take a moment to go over Suzuha's story. These are a few key points of interest. Suzuha comes from the year 2036. Her father is Hashida Itaru, also known as Daru. She's currently a member of some organization and has their permission to use said time machine. She came here to obtain a relic of this era. Apparently, it is something that cannot be obtained 26 years from now. So what is this relic that you need?
In the future, there aren't many machines left that can read things like 5-inch floppy disks or magneto-optical disks.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But there's still valuable data in a lot of those old formats. It's our job to go to the past and bring back those sorts of devices.
Oh,
We're called rounders.
Shit! God, what? Trying to think about the mental gymnastics we'd have to do to get into that world line. Magneto-optical and 5-inch floppy disks. Those forms of physical media are already considered relics in this time period. And they're not the only ones. Things like VCRs, cassette tapes, digital audio tapes aren't going to be around much longer either.
Cassette will never die.
Hey, you keep telling yourself that. I guess if you wanted to analyze that kind of media, it'd probably be easier to just come to the past and get what you need rather than try and find stuff that still works in the future. You can't convince me that in a future where there's not a constant world war, that people aren't there isn't a dedicated community of nerds who are all trying to preserve these weirdly outdated formats.
Yeah?
There's a guy, probably lives in Portland, and you can go to him and he's got hold on, I've got a machine that'll read your Betamax. Hold on a moment.
I don't know, I feel like looking back on all the gaps we have in historical knowledge and so on, even from within... No, but it's just 20 years in the fucking future. Yeah, I have no explanation for you.
Yeah.
If it was hundreds or thousands of years in the future, I could absolutely believe it. But,
I'm not asking you to read cuneiform tablets here.
It's like, yeah, I got nothing.
Anyway.
That said, I'd be lying if I told you that was the only reason. Unfortunately, the rest is all super classified. Anyway, do you finally believe me?
I have some doubts, but let's just say I believe your story for now, anyway. But I do have a question. You came here all the way from the future, right? So why did you start working part-time at the Brawn Tube workshop of all places? Why go through all the trouble of making contact with us?
Oh, there's actually a super important reason for all of that.
Which is... Considering she was willing to put her mission on the line, it must be something incredibly important.
To be perfectly honest, it's because I'm totally broke. Haha.
What? What? Did you say?
Okay, so when I traveled back to 1975, I made all sorts of investments that were supposed to pay off, but I ended up losing all of my money because of the recession still going in 2010. Things just kind of happened. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Guess I shouldn't have put it all in tulip bulbs and beanie babies.
Why didn't you wait till like the 90s to start investing? This girl, she's a complete idiot.
Huh? What's wrong, Uncle Ocarine? Are you still tired from all that running?
Yes, that's it. No, I'm just exhausted by your stupidity is all. Are we just gonna... Wow, rude. Okabe. Wow, rude. Couldn't you just go back to the future?
What was that?
Couldn't you just go back to the future?
Sorry, I can't hear movie titles.
Oh shit, that's gonna be difficult.
Sure, that's one option, but people would get super mad at me for that.
She deserves more than a scolding for the trouble she's caused.
I'm half joking. Yes, that was one of the reasons, but there's actually one other big one.
Another big reason? She could have just said that from the start. Suzuha's expression grows serious. There's no two ways about it. Whatever she's about to say, it's a big deal. I unconsciously adjust my posture. So, what is it that's going on?
Well, you see...
Suzuha leans in close and whispers to me. I naturally start whispering too. Go on.
I wanted to see how my mom and dad first met.
Are you an idiot? We're right back to where we started. Yes, you should have that disappointed expression on your face, Amani Suzuha. You traveled back in time for a personal reason? Nobody would ever willingly let you stay in the past just for that.
That's where you're wrong.
How so?
I know this is hard for you to understand because you don't know anything about the time I come from, Uncle Ocarine. I mentioned it briefly before, but the kind of work I do right now is actually really, really difficult.
Huh? What kind of work?
It's not the type of job where you can be successful just through connections or luck.
Okay.
That's why, as a reward, we're given special exemptions to stay for extended amounts of time in the time period of our choosing.
Huh.
When I was a little kid, Mom would always tell me stories about how she and Dad met and fell in love. I wanted to see that for myself and decided to stay here.
I find this all very hard to believe. Any normal person would think she was off her rockers after hearing a story like that. Hell, that's what I was thinking up until a few moments ago. But no matter how unbelievable her story is, the simple reality is that there is a time machine right here before my very eyes. And carefully looking it over, even touching it, something like this could be built in a matter of days, not even out of paper mache.
I don't know what you want me to say to that. It's the truth.
What I want you to say to that is churro. The word churro.
No.
Well then, I guess someone here is a Cylon.
I'd take you to another time period if I could, but that'd be crossing the line.
I haven't actually seen that show. I'm assuming that's what Cylons do.
So all I can do is ask you to believe me, Uncle Ocarine.
Suzuha quietly begs me, her hands held together in front of her face.
Come on, please, I need your help.
Could you take your hands out from in front of your face? I can't hear you.
Come on, please, I need your help.
That's better.
I guess that's a no? You don't believe me?
There's one problem.
Yeah, go on.
Let's say that, reluctantly mind you, that I believe you are from the future.
You believe me? You'll help?
Suzuha suddenly bends forward towards me. I reflexively pull back. Wait. Don't get ahead of yourself. I'm not done talking. Listen carefully. Got it? I said I reluctantly believe you. And I mean that. Emphasis on the reluctantly. But there's one thing about all this that I just cannot get past. And that's...
That's?
You're Daru's daughter? Of all people? Wow, I'm a dick to my best friend. That's the most ridiculous part of all this. No matter how hard I rack my brain, that bit seems more unbelievable than her time travel story. Because I guess fat people don't deserve love, is the subtext here? Really, Okabe?
Huh? But why? Sure, we don't look too similar, but lots of kids don't look like their folks.
You have a mother, right? And if you're here to see how she meets Daru, I'm assuming you weren't born from the limb of a tree or something.
Duh, my mom's back in my original time, and human, I might add.
Human or Cylon? Still haven't watched that series. That part makes no sense. This is Daru we're talking about here. That Daru. I can't picture him ever getting married. And yet, I'm pretty sure he's the only character out of the main cast of science adventure characters in any of the games to ever have a confirmed relationship in the future. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. But I'm pretty sure, like, in the stuff we see, no one from Chaos Head, no one else from Steins Gate, and no one from Robotics Notes. Yeah.
Yeah?
Huh. Weird.
That's terrible. Aren't you guys friends? Why would you say that about him?
Yeah, you're right, Suzuka. Why would I say that about him? I'm saying this precisely because this is what's written on the screen in front of me. True, Daru and I haven't known each other for all that long, but while our time together has been short, I'd like to think that I understand him. Which is why I must repeat myself. Daru got married and had a kid? Impossible! This is unbelievable. And what's with your name? If you're Daru's daughter, why isn't your last name Hashida?
I just told you, Hashida is my real last name. Even I'm not dumb enough to make contact with you guys using my real last name. That's why I used Amani, my mom's maiden name.
Huh. I once again peer at the so-called time machine. No matter how many times I try to piece it all together in my head, it all seems impossible. That said, there's no reason for her to lie about any of this. She has nothing to gain.
So, do you believe my story yet?
I guess so. Quick question, though. In the future, do I still have a chip in my head?
No comment.
Shit! We're just gonna keep going in circles at this rate, so we better just go with that for now.
Yay, that's a huge relief. You finally believe me.
Suzuka stretches out with all her might, as though a huge burden has been lifted from her shoulders. Her slender silhouette stands out against the blue sky. She's really Daru's daughter. She must mainly take after her mother.
Now that that's all over, I'm feeling hungry. Since we're already out here, want to grab a bite?
Hey, wait up!
What's up? Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to ask you to treat me or anything.
That's not it. Aren't you forgetting something?
Something? Huh, wonder what that could be.
Didn't you want me to help you with something?
Oh!
She's quite the scatterbrain.
That's right. Uncle Ocarine, I need your help. At this rate,
Say no more. You've already got to handle the situation. I've already got a handle on the situation, and so do you. I'm just insisting that I'm letting you know that you already have a handle on it.
Thanks. That boosts my confidence a lot for some reason.
I'm glad to hear that, strangely. So you want me to help Daru get back to normal, right?
No way. How'd you know?
It wasn't hard to put the pieces together after hearing your little story. The reason she didn't think Daru could ever fall in love with her is because she's his daughter. But naturally, Daru has no idea that's the case. Suzuka just wanted to show affection to her father, but her actions ended up creating a huge misunderstanding. And the one suffering the most here is Suzuka. Having your own flesh and blood father fall in love with you doesn't strike me as something you can just get over. But hell, if that was the only problem here, this would be a cakewalk. Unfortunately, it's not. This whole ordeal might result in her not even being born at all. Suzuka won't ever truly be able to rest easy until she knows that Daru snaps back to normal. But still, I was just thinking, do you really need to be all that worried about this?
Wow, that's kind of cold.
No, I mean, that wasn't my intention. I just mean that, wouldn't all this be solved if you just went back to the future? If Suzuka went home, she'd no longer exist in the present. So no matter how much Daru wanted to see her, it'd be impossible. She wouldn't even be born yet. The only reason he's fallen so hard for Suzuka is because she hugged him. He used to be all about Ferris up until then. Given a little time, I'm certain he'd move on. It'd be a bummer that you wouldn't get to see how your parents first met, but beggars can't be choosers.
If only it were that simple.
It's not? Why not? Can't it be? Can we make it be? But it is. If you go back to the future, Daru will eventually forget about you, meet the woman he's supposed to meet, marry her, and have a kid. Boom, bam, boom, the end. That all sounds perfect to me.
I forgot to mention this, but the day and place my mom and dad met is actually really special.
Fucking course it is. Special? How is it special?
It was at Komima in the summer of 2010.
Fuck. Komima in the summer of 2010? That's... This year is Komima in the summer of 2010. That's less than a week away.
Exactly. That's why I'm in a pinch. We have to get Daru to Komima or else I'm going to get unbirthed.
Did you have to phrase it that way?
Yeah.
Is that actually the technical term for it?
Yeah.
It's not just you'll cease to be, you won't just disappear or whatever, the timeline corrects itself or any of that. None of that. It's specifically the phraseology unbirthed. Your top scientist decided that is the technical term for that.
Yeah. Weird guys.
Which guys decided that? Which scientists?
I think
Wait, was it Daru? It was Daru, wasn't it? This is one hell of a pinch. Suzuha, the baby is you. Even if Suzuha vanished right this moment, Daru would still need more than a few days to get over her. We've all seen how serious about this he is. If we don't tread carefully, it's entirely possible that he'll do more than just miss Komima as he tries to deal with his broken heart. It'd be one thing if we knew for a fact that Daru would still go to the event, but since we don't, Suzuha can't afford to not be here. No, wait a minute.
What is it? Did you come up with a good way to get my mom and dad to meet each other?
No, not quite. According to John Titor, the world is composed of attractor fields, am I right? Basically, even if one were to go back in time and do something differently, the world lines would recorrect and arrive at the same converging point no matter what. In other words, even if Daru and Suzuha's future mother don't meet now, the two will eventually meet, marry, and give birth to her. That's their fate. Problem solved, right?
You might be right, but there's no way to know. There's no way to know for sure.
Fuzz nuggets.
I don't exactly want to leave my life to chance.
That's entirely reasonable. I can understand that. Even a well-established theory about something can't be proven correct until it actually happens in reality. And in this case, being wrong would prove fatal.
See, now that you know my situation, I'd be super grateful if you'd help me make sure my parents meet each other, Uncle Okarin.
This is going to be a serious pain, but with Daru's future on the line, I can't just say no. Also, we just have to open Daru's eyes and set him on a path to meet your mother at Komima, correct?
You'll help?
I feel like if I say no, you might kill me.
I could.
I know you could. Would you? Okay, I need you to be honest with me here. Perfectly honest. Have you been imagining different ways that you could subdue me if you needed to during this conversation?
Every conversation.
Even with Nai? What has she done?
You never know. She could come at you with a knife.
No!
I have a feeling that happened once.
How would you know that? How would I know that? Suzuha is much more careless than I initially thought. I might be able to get her to spill some more detailed information about the time machine while we work together. I can't let this chance pass me by. Very well. You are my best friend's daughter. And that's not a good song title. I will lead you to my wealth of knowledge. I will lend you my wealth of knowledge even.
Really?
Yes. That wealth of knowledge does not include immediate reading comprehension.
Okay. Yay.
What? She suddenly hugs me. Well, wait. One condition.
Lay it on me. Ask me anything. If you're going to help me, I'd gladly do anything for you, Uncle Okarin.
That right there. Stop it right now.
What do you mean?
You calling me uncle. Stop that.
Oh, geez. You've always been Uncle Okarin to me, so I guess it's just habit. I'm sorry.
One other thing.
What do you want me to call you? Old man Okarin?
Okay. This is double. There are like 2 layers to this. Is it possible that I can take exception with both halves of it? I don't want to be uncle, and I don't want to be Okarin.
I'm not sure I follow.
Because I am the mad scientist, Hoenn Kiyoma. Isn't that clear? Haven't I told you that in the future?
I'm sure I'll pick it up. I don't quite follow, but I'm sure I'll pick it up.
People shout my praises from the rooftops, probably. Because of all my scientific discoveries I probably have, right?
There's more? Didn't you say you had one condition?
Initially, but I've just been forced to add another.
What is it?
Get off me right this instant! Jeez, have you learned nothing? This is exactly how this Daru problem started in the first place. Ugh.
I'm going to cause problems on purpose. Whoops, I was so happy that I couldn't help myself.
Listen, if you knew me from the future, you should know I'm not always comfortable with romantic gestures with people I don't know that well.
I see.
She might not be as thin as she looks. What? What? Huh.
He's saying she's stacked.
Oh. It literally didn't even occur to me. It just did not occur to me.
Anyway, now that it's official, let's go fix the future, Uncle. I mean, Okabe Rintaro.
Ho and Kyoma.
Okabe Rintaro.
Roger that. Prepare to commence Operation
Sjorfen.
How do you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Sjorfen. Can we get the tips menu for that one? Where the fuck is the tips menu? Found it. God.
Sjorfen.
The name of a goddess that appears in Norse mythology. She is said to direct people's minds to love, both men and women. Little else is known about her. How does Okabe just have all this random, random knowledge about mythology just sticking around in his head?
Do you not just know a bunch of random shit?
No, I really don't.
Really?
Yeah.
You read books and stuff. I'm sure you do. Not about mythology, but just about topics of your interest.
Fair enough. Oh, hey, look, we got some more Rainet Kakaru.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
I guess so. I could tell you random facts about... Oh, God, what can I tell you random facts about? Oh, God, do I have any knowledge? What is knowledge? It says justified true belief, but doesn't that seem like it's kind of bootstrapping itself?
See?
Does this mean that knowledge has to be true in order to be true? And so began our grand plan to play Cupid for Daru and Suzuha's mother. I never thought of the day would come when I'd be playing Cupid for someone. And on top of that, your own negligence caused one of your parents to fall in love with you, and now you need to help them along so that they get together.
What's up?
No, it's nothing. It's just...
Just?
This sounds a whole lot like a movie I once saw. Can't remember it, though. Anyway, we need help get you back to the future. The next day, Suzuha and I meet up in front of the Brawn Tube Workshop. Alright, we will now commence the 94th Roundtable Conference. Granted, it's not much of a conference, considering it's just the two of us. There's not much we can do about that, at least not without letting the others in on Suzuha's secret. Daru still hasn't come to the lab, and we've already made sure that Mr. Braun isn't at his store. Alright, this goes without saying, but today's topic is Operation Sjorfen. Before we get to that, I am so sorry for everyone that we're mispronouncing that, but I also don't care to look it up. Part-time warrior! And there's a few things I would like to confirm with you.
Can I ask you a favor, Okabe Rintaro?
What is it?
Since I'm not calling you Uncle Okarin anymore, can you stop calling me part-time warrior too?
No. I've considered it and your request is denied. What does she want from me? Part-time warrior is a part-time warrior. Whatever, there's no point in arguing over this. We don't have much time left after all. All right. Suzuha.
He just does it. He never does that.
He never just does it.
What the fuck? What happened to Okarin?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yes?
First, I want you to tell me about your mother. What is her name?
My mom's name is Yuki. Hashida Yuki. Although...
Is this her first time learning Daru's wife's name?
No, I don't think so.
Does it come up in... Does her name Yuki come up at all in Steins Gate?
Not in the game, but in like one of the OVAs, I think.
Right. But this was still pre that OVA. Right? When did the Steins Gate OVA come out? I'm trying to think of like when the anime came out in relation to the games and relation... Whatever. Still. Hey! We learned her name, Yuki.
Although since she's not technically married in this time period, so she'd go by Amani Yuki.
Cool. We
Not technically married. Time marriage is confusing.
Oh my god, I don't even want to think about that. Oh, we might actually get sprites for Yuki in this game.
Yeah.
She's never really a main character, but she does show up in at least one of the other games. Amani Yuki, huh? Name doesn't ring any bells. Oh, I guess that makes sense. If I actually knew her, I would have realized it the moment Suzuka told me her name. Plus, Yuki still hasn't even met Daru yet. Isn't she supposed... No, she's not a friend of Mayuri's. I thought she was one of Mayuri's cosplay friends, but no, she's just a rando. So this Amani Yuki met Daru at Komima, correct?
Yeah. She said they hit it off the moment they met.
Then that means your mother is an otaku, just like Daru.
Yeah, I guess that'd be the case. They both still love anime and stuff.
They still have anime in 2036? Tell me, did they finally reach the end of One Piece? I just need to know. Straight up or down. You don't need to tell me when.
God, I'm imagining a future where humanity's gone extinct and one last remaining satellite tower on Earth still beams out a new One Piece episode every week.
Jesus Christ. Okay, how many Fate spin-offs are there now? How many different sabers are there? Listen, none of this is important, but I still gotta know. Of all the people to have chemistry with, she must be an absurdly hardcore otaku considering she met Daru at Komima. Any other pertinent information?
Information, let's see. Oh, I know. If I recall, she said she used to cosplay.
She's a cosplayer.
That's right. I also know what Dad said to her when they first met.
And what would that be?
Moe, kyun.
Oh my god, how did you do that with your voice?
Runs in the family.
Excuse me? They really said moe kyun?
Yeah.
Does that mean she cosplay as someone from K-On? Is that what I'm getting at here? I think
Is that what that's originally from?
Oh, right. It's because it's more of a generic thing, right?
I can't remember.
What is it from originally? K-On is where I knew it from, but she has to be messing with me. Hey, I'm being serious here. Answer me properly.
Moe, kyun.
How do you do that with your voice? How do I get Unicode? Are you mocking me? Is this all part of your master plan?
No, I'm not. That's what my dad first said to my mom when they met. Moe kyun, will you marry me?
Oh my god, Daru said, will you marry me after first meeting someone?
What's worse, it started with a single quote and ended with a double quote.
So, no, it's just that they forgot to close the quote inside of the quote.
Yeah, this statement's still ongoing until they close it.
That must be a bitch to remember.
Yeah.
You're sure of it?
I am. I'd never joke about this.
Can I just quit now, please?
No, you can't. You're the only one I can rely on, Okabe Rintaro.
Daru, come on. Moe kyun is too ridiculous even for you. And who the hell would say yes to that? Sure, that's absolutely the sort of thing that Daru would say to a woman, but still. You've had it rough, haven't you?
Well, kind of, I guess.
I then take the opportunity to go over some of the more important pieces of information with Suzuka. First and foremost is Amani Yuki's current whereabouts. Unfortunately, she's moved so many times that it's impossible to figure out where she lives at the present. Worst case scenario, she could live outside of Tokyo, which means it's not going to be possible to take Daru to meet with her directly. And anyhow, there's no way we could get Daru to say such a ridiculous line to a woman who's not even cosplaying.
I don't know. You might.
Daru, why are you in my head? Kurisu, the headship for you is one thing, but not Daru. Do not share the headship with Daru. You hear me?
No.
Shit. That means our one way out is to get Daru to Komima, no matter what. Which is not going to be easy. While it wouldn't be impossible to physically drag his huge body there, I'd prefer to avoid that scenario. We could probably put him to sleep with a stun gun or pills, but it'd be hard to sneak him into such a crowded venue.
Why is this the first option being discussed?
Not the first, the second.
Okay.
The second. And even if we somehow pulled that off, I find it very unlikely he'd be in the mood or frame of mind to say a line like that to someone who he's only just meeting for the first time. So that leaves us with only one option. We have to get Garu to go to Komima of his own volition. And in order to do that, the first thing we need to do is wake him up from his perverted love for you.
Perverted?
He might not realize it, but he's got romantic feelings for his own daughter. How is somebody supposed to describe it?
Well, I guess that's true, but you could be a little nicer about it.
There's no point in mincing words. Well, fine. In any case, we need to do something about his innocent love for you. Got any ideas?
I thought about it all night, but I got nothing.
You know that you had me going in the first half, not gonna lie. She laughs weakly, scratching her head. It's amazing how unreliable she is, despite this being a life or death situation for her.
What about you, Uncle Oka? Okabe Rintaro?
Never mind. Of course I have an idea. Who do you think I am?
Really? What'd you come up with?
Very well. Lend me your ear.
Okay.
So, first, we and then we followed by. Did you get all that?
Yeah, but I'm not sure how it applies. How much making fake whisper sounds is going to do it? And what's the mechanism here by which that you expect that to work?
What, you don't have fake whisper translation in the future anymore? Is that one of the ancient technologies you need to come back to retrieve?
I see.
Boo, why do I have to do something like that, Nyan?
I know it's a lot to ask, but please, I'm begging you.
Likewise.
Huh?
Suzuka and I bow our heads down on the table, but Ferris refuses to budge. It's just one favor, please.
Ferris would love to help you out, but this is too much, even for me, Nya.
Come on, please. There's gotta be a way.
We're currently begging Ferris to help us out with our Daru problem. Before everything fell to pieces, Daru was obsessed with Ferris. He was such a massive fan, he'd swing by May Queen nearly every day. I'm sure it's not that hard to see where I'm going with this. The plan I came up with involves having Ferris charm Daru so that he can move on from his perverted love for Suzuka. I know this is kind of daft to say this about my own creation, but this plan is perfect. Literally no flaws. No way it could go wrong. If Daru goes back to normal, there will be no reason for him to continue with his current job, which means he'll have plenty of time to attend Komima. Perfect, right? In fact, it's beyond perfect. You could say it's even awe-inspiring. I'm not taking no for an answer. Unless she says no.
I'm sorry. I really can't, Nya.
Is there any way we could change your mind? Okabe says suggestively, bringing out his wallet and slowly folding out 100 yen, 200 yen, 300 yen, looking increasingly worried.
Just pulling out like 50 yen coins and only getting to like 3 or 4 before the wallet's out.
Perhaps my friend Andrew Jackson could change your mind.
That's not even Japanese currency, Nya. Where did you even get that? Nope, Ferris can't do it, Nya.
None of my scheming means a thing if Ferris refuses to help. I have no choice. I didn't want to use this option, but... I see. Oh, unfortunate. I thought you, of all people, could have pulled it off.
I'm sorry, Nya, but you don't need to nag me.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry for bothering you, Ferris. Let's go, Suzuka. I look at my partner in crime and stand up.
We're doing crimes? The past is so exciting.
But do you not have crime in the future? That's either like really awesome or incredibly worrying.
I know, right?
And nowhere in between.
Huh? But...
Give it up, Suzuka. We can't save Daru. It was foolish of us to ever think that we could.
Huh?
Let's go. I take Suzuka by the hand and we step toward the register, the bill in my other hand.
Wait, Nya.
Ferris's slender arm stops me. Perfect. Just as planned.
What were you two talking about just now?
Whatever do you mean?
Don't dodge the question, yeah? You said you were trying to save Daru, Nyan. What did you mean?
If you're not going to help us, what point is there in telling you?
Wait. Depending on the situation, I might change my mind, Nya. What's going on? Tell me, Kyoma.
Ferris grips my arm tightly. I wink at Suzuha and we sit back down. I give Ferris a vague outline of everything that's happened so far. I tell her about how Daru's become obsessed with a dangerous and manipulative woman. He's been desperately working multiple jobs to pay tribute to her, even at the cost of attending Komima, something he'd been so excited for. However, no matter what we tell him, he won't listen to us. We're worried about his future, and that's why we have to open Daru's eyes to the truth. And we can't do that without Ferris.
All you had to do was make a chuuni to get me on board, Nya.
Gee, it would have been even more convincing if you had like time travel in there, Nya.
Yeah, that would have been real convincing.
Ferris had no clue, Nya. I had no idea that Daru Nyan got wrapped up in something like that.
That is the real reason why he stopped coming here to see you. Ferris gazes straight into my eyes, almost as though she's looking for something. I haven't lied. I just left out certain details. Besides, if I told her even the tiniest of lies, Ferris would be able to see through it. That's right, because Ferris can actually tell when people are lying. I forgot about that.
Ferris is just actually an Esper.
Yeah, I think they justify it somehow where like she's just looking for subtle tells or whatever, but still, yeah, Ferris is an Esper. I don't know why, but this girl has ridiculously sharp intuition. I return Ferris's gaze.
I see. I understand, Nya.
Then,
Daru Nyan is a customer, but more importantly, he's my friend. I want to help, Nya.
good, she believes me. Suzuha, you are very close to the screen.
I'm in the foreground.
Could you move to the midground?
No.
Okay, fair.
There's like background in the way.
No, it's not. The background is explicitly behind the midground.
Anyway, I'm surprised you could make that all up on the spot.
Nonsense. It was all true. After gaining Ferris's cooperation, the two of us relocate to a corner area of May Queen. I quietly survey the cafe. You've contacted Daru, right?
Yeah, I told him I'd be waiting at May Queen.
And? What was his response?
He said he'd hurry over.
Suzuha forces a smile and sips the milk tea in front of her. She's finally
Why don't I have milk tea for method acting?
You could have.
I could have. I should have gotten milk.
This was entirely within your capability. You were even like, I should take a break from work and go down to the store and get milk.
I chose
I'm like,
not to because
they'll
I'm
let
lazy.
because your job is weird. They'll just, if you tell them it's for milk tea, they'll be like, yeah, totally, I get it. Go take half an hour. She's finally beginning to understand what sort of feelings Daru has developed for her. We'll probably be waiting here for a little while. Or at least that's what I thought, but the cafe doors open as I extend my hand toward my coffee cup. There stands Daru, out of breath. Whoa! No, May Queen isn't at all that far from the lab, but seriously? He had to have dropped everything and just dashed over. Upon seeing Daru, Ferris moves to greet him. Suzuha and I keep tabs on the situation from our hiding spot.
Welcome back, Nya. It's been a while, Daru Nyan. Ferris is super happy you're here.
I was told to come here.
Oh, right. The person who called you said she had some sudden business to take care of. She left, Nya.
By the way, we haven't told Ferris that it's Suzuha who called him here. It's supposed to be the woman who Daru's obsessed with right now, after all.
She left? Are you serious?
Yeah, she asked me to apologize for her.
I see. That's too bad.
Wait, Nya.
Daru starts trudging off, but Ferris stops him.
Since you went out of your way to come here, I'll make you a cup of tea, Nya.
Sorry, but I have work to do.
Don't say that, Nya. It's on the house, Nyan.
Huh? Hey, wait.
Ferris is a pro. Without being too forceful, she wraps her arm around him and drags him inside. Even Daru can't say no to being treated like that. He quietly takes a seat. Everything's going according to plan so far. Ah!
Yeah, now it's up to Ferris. Daru can't see me when I hide in the foreground.
But I can see you. I can see so much of you. Before Daru was even able to make an order, Ferris brings him an iced coffee.
Huh? I still haven't ordered anything.
I said it's on the house, nya. It's my way of saying thanks for coming so often, nya.
Oh. Well, I can't say no to free. I have a lot of expenses to deal with these days.
It's been 2 days, Daru.
Everything's changed.
2 days.
It's been ages, Ferris.
Oh my
How
God.
many years has it been? But like I said earlier, I got a lot of work to take over. After I finish this, I gotta get going.
Work? Wow. Is there something you want to buy, nya?
A present. Wait, this has got nothing to do with you, Ferris Todd.
I noticed Ferris's shoulder twitch ever so slightly.
So that's how it is. That's too bad, nya. There's still so much Ferris wants to know about you, Daru, nya.
Amazing. She's been gazing into Dad's eyes the whole time she's been mixing syrup into the coffee.
If I recall, that's Ferris's signature technique, the mixy mix gaze. Legend has it that no customer who comes to Mayqueen has ever been able to resist the charms of that technique. The first time Daru fell victim to it, he was a mess.
All right, bottoms up.
He gulps down the iced coffee, completely unfazed by Ferris's special powers. Ferris's shoulders twitch again.
Hey? Ferris is acting kinda...
Yeah, Daru basically just dropped a bomb on her pride. Daru calmly places the empty glass on the table and stands up. Ferris, on the other hand, looks as though flames have just been burst from her back.
Anyway, catch you later. Things to do, people to see.
Wait, nyan.
Ferris wraps herself around Daru's arm as he stands up to leave. Whoa, whoa!
Wow, she's so bold. She's totally touching his arm with her, weapons.
That's the legendary secret technique, the touch. She does seem to have an invisible touch, yeah?
The touch?
It reaches in and it grabs right holding your heart. This is one of Ferris's most secretive abilities. A legendary technique set to make all who experience it melt into the palms of Ferris's hands. However, due to its incredible power, Ferris sealed it away herself. She considers it to be a forbidden technique. Well, that's what Daru told me a while back. Passionately, I should add. Never thought I'd see it with my own 2 eyes. Ferris means business.
She's going all in.
Come back soon, nya. Ferris will be waiting for you every day, Daru, nyan.
Ferris looks up at Daru's face with a heart-rending yet somewhat devilish smile. Ferris leaves her left arm wrapped around him and uses her right index finger to draw tiny circles on Daru's chest. This woman is terrifying. Damn! The other customers can't help but notice what's going on. There's nothing that can stop Ferris once she fires on all cylinders. As she devilishly draws her magic circles on
Oh no! It's the 5th magic circle of Mars!
Oh no! It's able to cause discord! Her hand gradually creeps its way up to his cheek. But what happened next made everyone doubt their own eyes. Unbelievably, Daru brushes away Ferris's finger.
That wouldn't be possible for a human. It must have been magic. No human can resist Ferris's charms.
Are you done?
Yeah.
You get like one more.
Okay, I'll save it up.
Okay, you'll save it. Okay. Everyone present shares a collective gasp.
Well, I guess if you really want me to, I'll come back. But not for a while. You're gonna have to wait.
Daru turns his back towards everyone in the store, holding their breaths, gives a small wave, and leaves Mayqueen.
Oh, Rintaro, what just happened?
I can't believe it. Why he's so full of himself. They say that a person can change beyond recognition in just 3 days. But I never expected Daru to change this much. This is terrifying. Someone, quick, play the slow, lamenting piano version of Gate of Steiner.
What should I do? It hurts just to look at my own dad.
Bear the pain, Suzuka. Never forget that your actions caused this. Clearly underestimated how bad things have gotten. We might have to resort to something drastic.
Yuma!
I turn my head and notice Ferris standing right next to me. The tears in her eyes are glistening. I don't blame her. Ferris has been put through hell. I'm shocked she can still stand, quite frankly.
Yuma!
Hey, Ferris! Ferris suddenly buries her tear-soaked face into my chest.
Am I that unlikable? Am I that charmless, nya?
You're an incredibly charming young woman. Daru just has a powerful magic spell cast on him.
I can't believe Daru's magic resistance is incredibly high. He's high in the levels of the magic-resisting toxin.
All right, that was it. We're done now. That was the last one. So don't you worry your pretty little head. Got that?
Really, Nya?
Really.
Okay. Hearing you say that makes me feel a little bit better, Kyoma.
How come Okabe just on some times is just really good at being a nice person to his friends when they need him to be? I don't get this man. Since I'm the one who asked for her to do this, it's my responsibility to be there for her. What's wrong, Suzuha?
Nothing.
Wait, are you angry?
I'm not upset. I'm just...
You're not upset?
I'm not upset.
Are you upset?
I'm not upset.
Just what?
I'm not... Anyway, we don't have time for this right now. We have to come up with a new plan. Thanks for your help, Ferris.
Suzuha pries Ferris away from me, then gives her a hand towel to wipe her tears.
Let's hurry up and get going, Okabe Rintaro.
Hey! Suzuha grabs me by the hand, and we leave May Queen in a hurry. After we're outside, Suzuha finally lets go. What is up with you?
Who knows? Not me.
What is that supposed to mean? Listen, you've known me in the future. You know I can't pick up social cues like this.
Never mind that. Come on, we need another plan or we're not going to be able to fix the timeline.
We could have worked it on it back in May Queen. They have macchiatos.
Sure, but...
And I feel like I owe Ferris, like, several of them. She falls silent. Quite frankly, I'm still frustrated with Suzuha's behavior, but now's not the time to get distracted. I'll talk to Ferris later. Why am I even dealing with all this in the first place?
Hey, so what do you think we should do next?
I'm looking at the picture of Luca on my phone now.
Huh, that's weird.
It's my happy place. Don't worry about it. You see, there's actually something I wanted to ask you first.
What is it? I'll answer whatever I can.
Is everything okay with the Brawn Tube workshop?
Huh?
Shouldn't you technically be working right now? Is that place going to be all right without you there?
Oh. Nah, they'll be fine. It's an obvious front.
What?
Uh-oh, this might be a problem.
No, he gets tons of people coming in there that want to get CRTs for playing something called Super Bash Sisters Melee. Damn it, part-timer, where the hell were you? How could you leave the store unattended this whole time?
I'm really sorry.
It wouldn't need police if saying sorry fixed everything. I'm gonna have you work through the night to make up for lost time. Doing what? I don't know, but it's gonna happen. Looks like we won't be making any more progress today. The next day, Suzuha and I once again find ourselves discussing our next strategy during her break. I've come up with a new plan.
Yay, you're the best.
Don't say that before I've told you it. She's in a good mood. It's kind of hard to believe considering she was crying like a baby when Mr. Braun scolded her yesterday. It's time to announce the details of this new stratagem.
Oh, but just a heads up.
What's the heads up?
After what happened yesterday, I can't really leave the store unattended for too long.
Of course you can't. Your very existence is on the line, you know? Is now the time really to be worried about the store? Just quit.
Yeah, but when we fix things, what am I going to do if I don't get my paycheck?
Then we'll get you another job. I'm sorry, I can't afford to not die. I need to go to work.
I hear there's a whole country that's like that. It's called the United States.
Yeah. Wow, we're doing this, huh? I mean, I don't disagree. I've got a lot of things to say about it. Just this was not the time nor the place I expected it to come up.
Sidebar, where does Suzuha live? In the time machine?
Did that ever come up in the game?
I
think maybe they mentioned at one point that she lives in the time machine. She's got her bike, right? And that's where she brings it.
Yeah?
I don't remember.
Me neither.
That's gonna fuck with me. Are all kids in the future like this?
Plus, the boss is crazy scary when he gets mad.
You'll be crazy scary if you're about to die.
His face turns bright red like an oni or something. I nearly wept myself.
I didn't need to know that part for this conversation to continue.
And yet now you do.
The sad part is that she's not exaggerating. Even when the infamous Mr. Braun is in a decent mood, he has a face that would make a happy child cry in terror. Think about how bad it would be if they were already a crybaby. Mr. Braun's monster-like appearance cannot be understated. Hey, I'm not that bad. It's just how I look, okay? You don't have to be a dick about it. So when he gets angry, it's on a whole other level. Fear not. I factored all of this into my next plan.
Really?
No. Who exactly do you think I am? I am the mad scientist who shakes the very world itself. Owen Kiyoma!
You're awesome, Okabe Rintaro.
Not my name. Did I not just say my name is Owen Kiyoma?
Give me the details. What's your next plan?
You really want to know? Then listen carefully. The next plan is... Hey, Daru. Daru. Upon returning to the lab, I head straight up to the development room. Daru. Daru. Can you hear me?
Yes, good. Good girl, good girl. There, right there. Keep going.
Daru!
Bingo.
Daru's totally engrossed in his work. His headphones keep him from hearing my voice. I have no choice. I'm going to have to use brute force. I pull off Daru's headphones from behind, then shout into his ear. Daru!
What?
I wouldn't be surprised if Daru shook the entire room as he jumped up in shock.
Oh, it's just you, Okarin.
My
Don't
name.
scare me like that.
I've been calling you for a while now. You left me no choice.
I regret my words and deeds.
It sure didn't seem like he did. But...
Just as generally.
Oh, okay, fair.
Well, do you need something? I'm busy right now, so I'd prefer it if you didn't bother me.
Oh, well, you have a guest, but I guess I'll have her leave if you're busy.
A guest?
Daru peers past me towards the entrance. Sorry, Suzuka. I know you came all the way out here, but Daru's busy right now.
Suzuha-tan.
Ah! I'm shoved to the side as he walks towards her.
Hi, I thought you were busy. No, I was just thinking about taking a break, actually.
Why that little? He's completely talking out of his ass. To make matters worse.
Thanks for visiting, Suzuha-tan. Come right in. Sorry for the mess.
I pay the rent on this place. Doesn't even call her Amani she anymore. When did that happen?
Hey, Okarin, what in the world are you doing over there?
Vibing? In the place that I
Why?
pay the rent for? What?
Come on, Suzuha-tan's here to visit. Make some tea or something. Where are your manners?
I am going to headbutt you and then headbutt you again. Without thinking, I grabbed number 6, the Sialoom saber. Before I could swing it at him, I noticed Suzuha forcing a smile and signaling me with her hands. I just barely managed to restrain myself. Instead, I grabbed number 1, the bit particle cannon, and quietly shoot some infrared beams at him to calm nerves. Pew, pew, pew,
Ion beam!
Not the deadly ion beam! No one's going to know that because that's one of our micro memes.
I know, right?
Why would you share one of our micro memes with the world? Now the world knows that that's something we say to each other.
And yet, they don't know what it means.
Yeah, that's true, and we're never going to tell. After leaving the development room, I catch Daru approaching Suzuha, creepily rubbing his hands together.
So, what do you need today? Oh, don't tell me you just wanted to see little old me. Of course not. Huh?
Oh, looks like the ball's rolling.
Suzuha-tan, what did you just say? You're gonna make me repeat myself? Obviously, I wouldn't come here just to see you, Hashide Itaru.
This is a bad idea, Okabe. This is a bad idea for several reasons. We can all guess why this goes bad, right? Her unexpected words freeze Daru in place. Not a bad start, but the real battle begins here. Suzuha's expression distorts, almost as though she's suffering from intense stomach pains. Her heart must be in a great deal of pain. But this is just the beginning. From this point forward, there can be no mercy, no sympathy. we're going to come out of this in one piece, she has to forget that Daru is her father, no matter how cruel that might sound.
Suzuha-tan. Suzuha-tan, aren't you embarrassed saying things like that at your age? Suzu. And what are you wearing? You're indoors and you have a hat on? Do you seriously think that's stylish or something? I sure hope you don't, because you look terrible.
This is the new plan that I came up with. All it took was one hug from Suzuha to emasculate him. If we're going to sever his feelings for Suzuha, then first we... Why is it emasculation if it's him Never mind, I don't have time to unpack all that. That's a whole separate discussion. Then first we have to shatter his image of her. We need to crush him into the dirt. And that's when it came to me. What would be the best method of shattering his delusions? This is my answer to that question. Under my guidance, Suzuha will abuse and insult Daru mercilessly, almost like an American Marine instructor. That doesn't shatter his delusions, then nothing will. Unfortunately, I forgot to remember what happened in the other world lines. A masterful plan, if I do say so myself. My own my brain trembles at the brilliance. What is that from?
That's from ReZero?
That's from ReZero, right? Yeah. But make no mistake about it. This is as heartless gets. Why, you ask? Well...
And that goes for those clothes, too. They're all beaten and dirty, gross. Now that I think about it, you wear the same thing every day, right? Do you even wash your clothes, Hashide Itaru? Actually, you kind of stink. Stay away from me. What's going on? Please. And that, too. Are you trying to act cute to make people like you? If you are, well, sorry. It's the opposite. You creep me the hell out.
The truly heartless part of this plan is that it forces Suzuha to hurl every horrible insult at her own father. If she was still a young girl at a rebellious age, she might have been fine with it, but for the present Suzuha, this is almost like torture. And she's not alone. This is torture for Daru, too. Even if she doesn't actually believe what she's saying, it doesn't change the fact that Daru is being verbally abused by a girl he likes. Which I have not thought that far ahead into. This is as cruel can be. Nothing more, nothing less. Forgive me, Suzuha. Forgive me, Daru. This is all I can do for the both of you. To protect your futures. And to protect my own future as a mad scientist. I swore I'd turn my heart to stone if it meant accomplishing these goals.
Besides, what normal person would play porn games in front of girls like it's no big deal? They wouldn't. But you're not normal, are you? Inconsiderate people like that are just the worst. Are you an idiot or something? Dirty pervs like you are just trash, not even human. Oh, and what was that nickname of yours again? Super Haka? What kind of grown man goes around calling himself a Super Haka?
It's actually hack in the dub. I expected this to be bad, but this is even more painful than I imagined. Why are you smiling, Suzuha? I'm not even on the receiving end, and somehow it still hurts. Of course it hurts, because none of the things that are actually making fun of Daru for, most of them aren't like things that you really should make fun of people for. I get it, but it's mean.
You're a thick-headed, stupid, perverted scumbag. You're pathetic. Have you no shame?
Why is she happy when she says that? Mixed messages, Suzuha. Mixed messages. And, is it just me or Suzuha kind of getting into it? No, she's totally getting caught up in the heat of the moment.
What's your problem? If you got something to say, say it. What's wrong? Say something. Talk. If you can't muster the energy to respond, then that just means you agree with everything I just said. Am I wrong? Hold it. Before you open that trap of yours, you will address me as Sir. Understand? Sir.
Hey, that thing we saw coming a mile away, it's fast approaching. We haven't done anything to get out of the way. We could get out of the way at any point in time, but no, we're just letting it barrel headlong into us.
You're too quiet. Speak up, maggot. Sir, yes, sir.
This has gone too far. At this rate, he's going to be reduced to a puddle of goo. This is too much. I might have to put an end to this soon. Hey, Suzuka?
Shut up. Don't talk to me right now.
Sir! Daru is standing at attention, reduced to a mere lump of flesh after being battered by a barrage of insults. I can't bring myself to listen anymore.
You idiot.
You have to make her sound very happy while she's saying
You idiot, moron, cretin, human trash, degenerate, pervert.
It might be a time to throw in the towel. Though I guess in this case, more like a referee intervention. Before I can do anything, Suzuka finally reaches the end of her little performance. It's a miracle that Daru's even on his feet after suffering through that much abuse. He's kind of like a boxer that's gone through the full 12 rounds. Now he's probably even worse conditioned than that. On the other hand, Suzuka seems to have finally realized just how much she verbally abused her own father. She looks heartbroken and ready to cry at any moment, but she bites her lower lip and holds back the tears. But no matter what, this was for the best, Daru. This was for the best, Suzuka. You'll both be okay. Your futures are safe and sound. Daru opens his mouth to cry out in defeat. That would be the fat lady singing, so to speak. At least that's what it's supposed to be.
Yahoo! Huh?
What? What?
Suzuka-tan, you're the best. I'm so turned on. Just wow. That was an impressive amount of insults. I couldn't help but get the chills. Hell, I was on the verge of busting a nut the whole time.
Didn't need to know that. For
And
this
yet
conversation
now
to
you do.
It seems that I underestimated him.
Man, I'm surprised you knew that I'm into abusive characters right now. Wait a sec, have you been trying to learn about my hobbies? I'm so happy.
This guy!
All men dream of having a cute girl abuse them at least once. We all want it.
Do we?
We all want it.
Dude,
But now that I've
Do
actually
we?
had it done to me,
Daru?
I think I might become addicted to it.
Daru? This guy's a true, genuine, bona fide perv.
People are saying this. Oh, yeah.
People are saying, what is that from?
Oh, yeah. Can you repeat what you said earlier? You know, you idiot, moron, cretin, human, degenerate, pervert. Just one more time. Oh, and if you could say it in a kind of...
Nope.
Actually, wait a second. I want to go get a video camera ready. I'll be right back.
Daru hurries off into the development room, searching for a camera. Who would have thought that our attempt to shadow Daru's image of Suzuka would end with the opposite happening? I turn my gaze to Suzuka.
Dad?
She's barely able to squeeze that single word out before she actually starts to cry. Today's plan was a complete and total failure. Instead of crushing Daru, I've done irreversible damage to Suzuka's heart. Everything she had said to him ended up bouncing back at her. She crawls her way back downstairs, not unlike a zombie, retreating into the Brawn Tube workshop. This is a perfect example of the boomerang effect. Considering how deep these cuts must be, I doubt she'll be on her feet again today. Suzuka was given a very clear look at just how perverted her own father is. I wouldn't be surprised if she's lost all faith in humanity at this point. Unfortunately, our current situation doesn't leave us with much time to mourn. Komima starts on the 15th. There's just no time left. Even if I have to do it alone, I will figure out how to fix this.
Daru-kun sure is working extra hard. Well, at least he's in good spirits.
Mayuri, myself, and Kurisu are the only ones in the lab. Daru shut himself away in the development room, as usual. Mayuri's been working on a costume for Komima. As for Kurisu... Christina, what are you even doing here?
What do you mean? I just wanted to pay you guys a visit.
Oh. Thanks. Hi, it's nice to see you. I feel like we don't talk really often enough.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you want to, get coffee sometime and just, catch up? But just, not like it's not have to be weird, just as, friends?
Well, it's weird now.
It doesn't have to be, though. What's weird is you putting a chip in my head.
That's normal. That's the normalest thing.
Is that what they do at Victor Condria University?
Yeah, they all put chips in your head.
That's Orwellian. Daru's taken over the development room for the foreseeable future, so there's not much for you to do here. What? Do you have that much free time?
Absolutely not. Unlike you, I have plenty of things that need doing.
Then you must be lonely. A little babe like you, still with her Mongolian spots. You probably miss your mother's... Okay, we're just... I don't even know what half those words meant, so I'm just moving on.
What the fuck, man? I don't miss anything, and I certainly don't have a Mongolian spot.
Then why are you here?
Well, I came here to see my good friend Mayuri. Right, Mayuri? Chris-chan and Mayushi are besties.
Besties for resties?
Besties for resties. Right?
You know what? Genuinely, there's not enough scenes of just the two of them vibing.
And also, Chris-chan's an important lab mem too. She can come over whenever she wants. There you have it. Understand? If anything, you're the one who...
Oh, sorry.
Seems to have way too much free time. How about getting a job?
Surely you jest. You couldn't find a man busier than me if you searched the entirety of Japan.
And what exactly are you doing here?
Vibing. I pay the rent on this place. Why do people keep asking me to justify my presence in the place that I rent? I'm about to speak when the development room curtains open.
I'm pooped. Time for a little break.
It goes without saying that I'm here to speak to Daru. If possible, I would have preferred it to be just the two of us, but beggars cannot be choosers. Daru, there's something I wanted to ask you. Do you have a minute?
Huh? I'm really tired right now. Can you keep it short?
Yeah, it won't take too long, I promise. No more tricks, no more grand plans, just like the art of war says. Know your enemy and yourself, and you have nothing to fear in 100 battles. To start with, neither Suzuka nor I know exactly what Daru finds attractive about her. This whole thing started when she hugged him, but there's no way that he'd be this attached just because of that. That was simply the catalyst. There might be a variety of other reasons why things got this bad. If we could figure that out, the solution to the problem might naturally come into view. At least that's what I'm hoping. This is a full frontal assault. We've been too reliant on clever plans and tricks. None of those things mean much if we don't attack head-on first. All battles in history start with and end with a full frontal assault. I hope.
Do they?
I really hope.
So, what is it you wanted to ask me?
I'll get straight to the point. What is it exactly that you like about Suzuka? Daru isn't the only one surprised by my directness. Both Mayuri and Kurisu are too.
Why do you ask?
2 reasons. I hold up 2 fingers and thrust them in front of Daru's face. 2. The first is that while our lab doesn't expressly forbid interlab romance, it'd be a major pain if the problems arose between people somewhere down the line. So this is me wanting to get a better grasp of the current situation.
What's the other reason?
And 2. The second is a pure curiosity, to be honest. It's just, I kind of want to know. No tricks. Making up some detailed excuse would only complicate the matter. Sometimes simple is best.
Actually, I'm kind of curious too. Mayushi too. Daru-kun always used to go on and on about Ferris-chan, so I was wondering why you suddenly jumped ship to Suzu-san.
I thought this would be more difficult with Kurisu and Mayuri around, but it looks like they might prove to be quite useful. Women can't help but want to talk romance. It's part of their nature, probably. Even Daru won't be able to get out of this one.
What? You all want to know that badly. Yeah, Mayushi wants to hear all about it. Likewise. Okay, fine. I don't really wanna, but I guess I don't mind telling you guys a little bit.
As usual, Daru's choice of words makes me unsure as to whether he's pretending to be tsundere or something else entirely.
To be honest, I had zero interest in her at first. How do I put this? It's like she wasn't even on my radar. This might not sound right coming from me, but you know, I'm an earnest guy, and Ferris-tan was the only woman for me back then, in the distant lands of 3 days ago. But I guess her flag had already been raised and she totally had the hots for me. I didn't even realize it. That one's on me. This is what I get for being so popular with the ladies.
Sorry. Coughing fit. Please go on.
Wow, so that's what happened. Wait, are you saying that she made the first move? Well, I guess she did, or did she?
I'm surprised at just how much he's retconned the story in his head. But it seems like Mayuri and Kurisu are genuinely impressed. So was that the start of it? You know, when Suzuka hugged you?
Huh? How do you know about that, Okurin?
I just happened to see it.
Oh, geez. You saw that? That's so embarrassing.
It's not. It wasn't until you made it embarrassing to have witnessed.
It's all true. Suzuka just happened to be there when I came to the lab. We were talking like normal, but then she suddenly dove into my arms. I'm guessing she couldn't resist my incredible pheromones.
This is the story he's rolling with? I'd sooner believe that blue robot cats from the future exist.
I've never really believed in destiny or that whole red string of fate thing, you know? That stuff's basically the opposite of science. But in the heat of the moment, I couldn't help but think that it was fate. Fate, huh? Like some kind of sixth sense or something?
Fate, huh? Like Artoria or something? We're still running with this?
Well, you're a scientist, so you might not believe me, but I really felt it. I think that's proof enough that fate really does exist. I finally came to know love, the single element underpinning all things.
Shit, I thought we were done.
I didn't say I don't believe you. I mean, the sixth sense is actually being researched in the scientific community. Plus, scientists already know all about the single element underpinning all things.
They do?
Yeah, that's
What is
Have
it?
you read the periodic table?
Is it boron?
No, it's love.
It's on there?
Yeah. Truthfully, while there's no solid proof that it exists, there's also no proof that it doesn't.
I said you get one more and you've stretched this out to 3.
You didn't say it in red.
I did.
Which means it could go
That was
either
4.
way.
I counted that one.
And anyway, something. I think it'd be romantic if fateful encounters like that really did exist.
Yeah, some real fateful findings.
You're a real romantic, Chris-chan.
I nearly call Kursu a mainstream woman. Lol. But I hold myself back from calling her or Mayuri out. None of this is important.
I knew this much. The moment Suzuka-tan held me, I felt like I'd been struck by lightning. Like, it felt like I'd been reunited with a lover from a past life, like I knew her already or something.
That's not too far off the mark. She isn't a total stranger. Suzuha's your daughter, you idiot. And?
Huh?
I think everyone here gets why Suzuha suddenly showed up on your radar. But that wasn't my question. I want to know what exactly you like about her. Specifics.
Everything, duh.
Daru answers my question instantly. Everything.
Her face, hair, body, voice, taste in clothes, how she's bright and cheerful, her courage. Everything about her is great.
You know, that's, in a context you don't understand, that is genuinely sweet.
Daru-kun super duper in love. That's right, everything. She could murder a person and I'd probably still forgive her. She could murder me, for example.
Well,
her good parts, her bad parts, all of it. I accept everything. That's what love is.
Daru breathes heavily through his nose. Comparatively, I can feel my heart growing colder and colder. If everything he said was true, then I'd be more than happy to give Daru my blessings. But the sad reality is that these feelings of his are all delusions and assumptions born from a stupid misunderstanding.
Is it just me or was stupid misunderstanding that line all in a slightly more condensed font?
Yep, it does that sometimes when it's trying to squish more word.
It really throws me, the fucking kerning, condensed font.
Right, especially
everything.
Considering that it just has more space below it to work with. It could have
just wrap around.
It's honestly sickening. I'm done with seeing Daru in such a pathetic state. I can't stand to watch this farce. I can stand to watch this farce no more. And so in the heat of my moment, I just let my stream of consciousness just run out of my mouth. Daru, this is just paternal love.
What?
That's right. What you're feeling isn't romantic sort of love. It's the kind of love one feels for their daughter. I immediately regret my choice of words, but it's too late now. Daru isn't going to let this go. There's no walking this back.
What are you talking about, Okarin? What does that have anything to do with how I feel about Suzuka-tan?
That's just how it seems to me, that's all.
That's all? Do you have any idea how weird that sounds? You're the last person I want to hear that from.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
You tell me. You've never felt this way about another person. Hell, I'm not sure you've ever felt anything about anyone. It's not exactly fun being lectured about emotions from someone who barely has any.
An eye for an eye, I guess. Daru's tone of voice gradually grows more angry, and I can tell I'm not too far behind. Unfortunately, I can't stop myself from swinging back. And I certainly don't want to be lectured by someone who doesn't even know why he feels the way he does. You just go on and on about this and love that.
Stop it, Okabe.
And anyway, what makes you think that Suzuha feels the same way about you? I'm shocked you haven't caught on yet.
Excuse me. What are you talking about, Okarin? Suzuha was the one who came on to me. IDK what you're even talking about.
All she did was give you an innocent hug. It's not that big of a deal.
What? I seriously have no clue what you're talking about anymore, Okarin. Why do you keep trying to crap all over my feelings? Do you have some sort of grudge against me? Hashida, stop it. Hey, that's enough, you two.
Mayuri and Kurisu come rushing in between Daru and I. I feel sorry for the both of them, but there's no stopping me now. Is Moeka even in this chapter? Probably not. She's got better things to do.
I took a nap.
For like 3 days?
Yeah?
How was it?
Nah.
Restful?
Nah.
Alright, fair enough. It's not like I'm enjoying this. It's hard to believe as this might seem. I'm doing this for you.
For me, like hell. If you were really trying to help me, you'd never say this stuff.
Daru suddenly grins, almost as if he's figured it all out.
I see. I get it now. I see. So that's what this is all about. I understand completely.
Please.
Doesn't understand completely.
Please enlighten me.
You're actually in love with Suzuha-tan, aren't you? That's why you keep saying all this crazy stuff.
What?
I knew it. That face you're making says I hit the mark. Actually, didn't you used to call her a part-time warrior? Now all of a sudden you're calling her Suzuha. I thought that was
It's
weird.
because she asked me to, and I respect her as a friend.
Yeah, that's weird. You don't do that.
Okay, actually fair.
It all makes sense now. That's why you keep trying to get in our way. I totally get it.
What is wrong with him? What is he saying?
You should have just said so from the start. Why the cowardly tactics? Paternal love? Seriously?
And just like that, I'm totally losing it. Who the hell do you think I'm going through all of this for?
Okarin.
Not my name. Mayuri calls out to me on the verge of tears, but even that isn't enough to stop us now. I'm saying all of this because I am trying to help you.
Why are you getting angry? Shouldn't I be the one angry? And how exactly are you helping me? If you really want to help me, how about just leaving me alone?
Fine. Whatever. I'm done. Can't. If this is how you're going to be, I'll just put it all out there. Listen well. Suzuha is... It's the one thing I can't afford to say. Suzuha is... But there's no stopping me. She's your daughter from the future. Everyone goes quiet. The room is engulfed in a cold silence, as if everything had just dropped dead. The ticking of the clock rings throughout the room. I said it. I really ended up saying it. I spilled Suzuha's secret. Now they all know who she is, that she's from the future, that she's Daru's daughter. All that classified info down the drain. Now everyone knows she's your daughter from the future. How long has this silence been going on? Feels like it's been an eternity. Kurisu, Mayuri, and Daru. They all look at me in shock. How can I blame them? How could Daru have known that the object of his affections would be his own daughter from the future? I can think of nothing more shocking than that. Forgive me, Suzuha. I had no choice. I have no idea what punishment awaits you, but it has to be better than not existing. It's finally over.
This is ridiculous.
Fuck! Daru breaks the silence, his voice showing a little sign of shock or terror. Daru, what did you not just...
Don't make me repeat myself. That's too stupid even for you.
We just invented the world's first time machine over there. Don't you dare lecture me about...
I get that you're desperate to pull Suzuha and I apart, but time travel, really?
We literally invented the world's first time machine. I don't know what else you want from me.
He doesn't believe me. I was being completely serious. I'm not lying. This is the honest to goodness truth.
Okay, bae.
Kurisu, not you too.
I honestly have no idea why you're so intent on breaking them up, but this has to stop. Mayushi thinks Okarin's just really tired.
You too, Mayuri? Not a single person believes what I said. You've got it all wrong. I'm not making this up. Suzuka came here from 26 years in the future, and she's Daru's daughter. That's why you felt like you knew her already, and that's why the love you feel for her isn't the romantic kind. It's paternal love.
I'm disappointed in you, Okarin.
Daru!
You're so desperate to break us apart that you'd even make up a bogus story like that.
That's not it. I'm trying to help your daughter.
Whatever, I've heard more than enough. Just stop talking.
Daru, please, you have to understand.
I said stop talking.
Daru's response is cold, calm, and collected. Daru.
I always knew you were deep in your chuuni bullshit, but I didn't think you'd go this far. I guess I overestimated you.
I swear,
That's enough. If you're just going to keep talking in circles, I don't know if I can stay here at the lab anymore. That's why. That's why I never want you to bring this up again.
Daru. Oof.
Agape of root.
Agape?
Probably not agape. Probably agape.
What's agape mean?
Oh, agape is brotherly love.
Oh! I didn't know what that was. I get it now.
Somebody didn't go to Bible study.
No, I didn't. It's like homework on the weekend. Why would I want to do that?
I know, right?
Thanks for coming, everyone. We'll see you next time, which I believe will be the final episode of Suzuka's Route. Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.